He's now telling the people, calling them to order, that something is going to happen. Now I'm going to speak, and I'm going to do the same thing. O.J. Three times. This gentleman, could you stand up? Is Dr. Miller. He's an American, but is resident in Cuba. Only America. Unuaga Cuba. Unona America, on the Unuaga Cuba. Aga Amma. Aga Cuba muje yena de ba love na marry ba gomo bisira gora man amusu fam. Dr. Miller obtained the information from Cuba that there was something known as Ekueritonko Umon. And so he came to me. Somebody directed him to me. Somebody told him that if he wanted to know anything about Umon, he should come to me. One no yen about would recommend Rome the man of an do nigam mara man sufu daddy that man got. So Dr. Miller came to me and he started telling me about Ekueritonko and Umon and so on. As an Umon man, I was very interested, and I told him so much about Umon and so on. I'm Fuyenia, who draw here, that one correct by man, and so Monday by man, my dad, and Manus Jan, I'm in drum. Norman, that is in my. Gamma move for one, one move for come up, one move for some. Oven for many money, oven ton. Do no muja, give you, and is no bonito, and this is no tongue. I'm also they buy what I'm one of them a bit on you. You know, it doesn't have name. I'm a brother man. But I will cover, yeah, we go never know. You Jerusalem never over here, money you go back. You go back. So I was my for. So I brought Dr. Miller. You see, he has food handkerchief showing that he's an Of course, I will tell him about this. So, Dr. Miller, if you have something to say, I will in a family. I will say the prominent people and chiefs of Umon Town, not Umon as a whole. Umon Town. I gathered here, so maybe you can have a talk. Something to tell them. Yes, you stand.
Please sit down first. Please sit down first. You sit down first.
Oje, bap mbe. Bap mbe. Bap mbe. Bap ida. Oh.
Dr. Miller. That is that is Calabar and a food style. What do you say? Yes.
But you know, he has been interacting with the...
Please listen. For information, don't make noise because Christopher, am I right?
Yes.
What he's holding there is recording whatever you say here. If you make noise, that will the noise will appear here. Please don't make noise. Just keep your ear open and listen to what is is happening. And now, what Dr. Miller has said in the way of calling us to order is not our tradition. It is the tradition of a food, jagam, young, epic, and other area where he had entangled with them. Here in Oman, we say, Oje, Obanium, Obanium. That is our own tradition here in Oman. So, let it be recorded.
Now, it is recorded. But now, you say Ubaniwa when you are calling the Umon people
Together.
to order. But he was not calling Umon people. He was calling Egbe people together.
I'm coming on that point. And when we are in our Egbe group, Egbe group or Egbe society, Egbe group, we have a way of calling our members to order.
Yes. Yes.
You call our members to order by
Ekpe.
Ekpe. Not Dusanga. Not Iyong, not Efe, not any other tribe. We call our members to order, and then they will know that the authority then is Ekpe, and our government then is Ekpe.
Yeah.
The government here in Oman
It's Ekpe.
is Ekpe. The moment we take our tum-chap, then somebody will know there's something happening wrong, and that we want to correct that thing. Then, the moment that announcement goes round, the whole place will listen to hear. And whatever happens there, it will not be judged in the open where the men and women and the non-initiates are there. They will take it to a place where only the initiates gather.
Sure.
I believe this happened at Cuba. Because if Cuba, Ekpe, that one you say come from Oman, they are behaving the same thing there. And I thank you very much, Dr. Miller. I am one of the happiest men on earth today. Because, you know why? Our history is in archives in London. Our history is in archives in Scotland, in Washington. But none of them have not been able to come here to see us, to see this place.
Yes.
So now that you've endeavored to come here and see us and meet the generation, yet we are here representing those old people who have traveled to Cuba, to England, to Scotland, to everywhere. So we are now proud that our culture extends to that Cuba. Our tradition extends to that Cuba. Whatever we do here is not in vain, and that we want to maintain, promote, and then in fact maintain, retain, and promote it. Now that you've come, before I want you to listen to what I'm going to say. Our people, I want to give you why I am so interested. Our people ask me one question. The question they asked me was, as you are coming, this morning, just you were here. Yeah. I heard you are coming yesterday around 4:30 at Calabar. Before I got here, it was late. I could not get in touch with any one of them. I summoned them this morning. Says, we are expecting strangers this morning. He said, yes. What is this? He said, we are coming to, you are from Cuba. I told them you are from Cuba. And then you are talking about Ekpe in Cuba. Ekpe Umon in Cuba. And good enough, tell us our story, tell the whole, this youth, all of us, some of us are very young, some of them are getting near to us, so that they will hear how Umon Ekpe got to Cuba, and how, what are we going to do with Cuba, or how are we going to connect with Cuba. And I plead with you that you will make sure that whatever you come here today will continue, and you take some of our people here to Cuba, so that they will go and then play Ekpe there, yes. And let the people there know, say, yes, this is from Umon.
From Umon.
See, you've gone to Calabar. Wait, you've gone to Calabar. You've gone to Calabar. I tell you with all assurance that none of those areas you've gone that they can play Ekpe as we can do it here. None of the area can play Ekpe as we play here, because they play Ekpe with women. They play Ekpe with non-initiates. See, in Calabar, you've been there, you see the masquerade can enter any house. Even a stranger or a woman or a girlfriend or so.
A man can have a masquerade of his own.
A man can have a masquerade of his own.
But take to anywhere.
But not here.
Not here.
Not here. It is something. And the way they play it here with the scientific, traditional scientific method of playing Ekpe is quite different from that of Calabar. Yes. Yes. Am I right? So that when we play Ekpe, if my people here start to play Ekpe, start to play Ekpe. So, I'm really very happy. Assure us, this is our journey. What will be the outcome of it? Thank you.
Thank you very much for this reception. We are very happy also to be here with one of your fathers, another of your fathers.
Yes.
I am a scholar. I'm a writer. I'm from the United States. Many years ago, I went to Cuba. Let's say 15 years ago, I went to Cuba. Because I wanted to learn about the Africans who came to Americas, and Cuba is a very special place.
That was Cuba,
when I was there, I learned that Ekpe had been taken to Cuba in around 1830.
Cuba
1830, around 1830.
10 years later, another Ekpe, a lodge was founded. It's called Apapa Umon Ekueritonko.
Ana when we go Ekpe another ton. Over that's good they will go. Be no right there. baton ekpe gunekpe Apapa Umon Ekueritonko.
We learned first that Ekueritonko is a place in Obioko, Creektown, and also Calabar.
Apa ba noga rungona ba zina de Ekueritonko udaga Obioko amaga evi.
Papa. Then we learned, after I spoke with Chief Aniyom, that the Umon is definitely this place here. And we believe that because of slave trade, people were captured and taken across. And in this lodge, they joined together with Ekueritonko people to establish.
Abu Kerede, Feda Dabagom Benamani. If you ever got a mammy, job of Tanuman. Then a Equena, Magamon. I'm a Ekueritonko.
Because the time has passed, they don't speak the language like they used to. They have doubts where they come from. And part of the reason I'm here is to establish that that Umon is a place with Ekpe, and that it is clearly this Cuban Ekpe comes from here. So that's the first thing, is to establish that link.
And then Abba come on there. And there Equeni.
Are we going to go down?
Equeni Mage Ekueritonko. Amon. Abba Amon Bagula Ekueritonko Udagi. Amon Udagam. Amon then ga Fadumore. Gazan Chima Amon Dabar. Urumore Ujabo Bene Biaribi. Biaribi Barome then. Mon overrun open Tibuno Mara, Mon Gadbro, to forgo him. That man, I see a one a manager now, only over a few draws. Yes, sir.
Good. The next thing, once we have established this, and I believe we have, we want to bring the two groups together, Cuba and Umon. We believe that the information in Cuba is very important to people in Nigeria to understand their own history.
The oven up oven up come again Cuba, very good with now. Nebusoro, over Rom Beneg and Ampa. I'm also able to move for that.
So, because today when I come to Nigeria, I see that everything is divided. Cross River is here. Agua is here, Umon is here, Ejagam is different, Efeke, and everyone is separated. But when we look at the history, we see that Ekpe was something that everybody shared in common. It's a uniting factor. So we want to bring this influence and message from Cuba.
I'm not going to Nigeria. I'm not what. Manawadaga, Viaje, Ekueritonko, Ruan, Jagama, Uru with the Ekpe and Luna Bubu. That when they were my papa, if you say that to Winnie, because Ekpe
no, we never remember.
Ekpe ni Adam to Gomana. Give me some Obani. I mean, any married food, you give Ekpe now. You over on there, come again with a man who get a Ekpe to move family. I come back to Umamani. When I'm on a weekend, you don't want to tell it. I
Some of the chiefs are trying to contend that as far as they knew as one people, the man who founded Oman was Umon Aniyom. That's why when we say Umon Aniyom.
Umon Aniyom, the founding father.
The founding father.
Okay.
Got this secret, had this secret, and they were never told that he went and bought it anyway. Okay. That is as far as they know anyway. But research can show otherwise. Often still on the Biaje, the Europe.
I don't see the word. I will marry Europe. I will marry I'll judge you up. Obanium. Yep, Obanium. Yep, Obanium. I'm of any farm. I need for Napagura. Made any job, got job. Obi come on, them phone to my board woman in the chair. Well, I'm about our guy. Unon was no van, I get mumu. Who go up and I go, did I believe be? Who when believe oh, teacher BB. Before I move for family, if I do you young Cuban Abakuá, Onun Aniyom. Oh, good, I room or over. Before I'm in do oven and do the oven, I'm more raw ye day. They panic. I want a dam. They panic. I will never already. It's you. Young back. Evie. You pussy. Amon. Ikui. Uran over quack. If you go for it, and it takes no more. Which when this run, as I know you be the Amon Lato. To no winning or power at it. I'm more than yes, animal mafia make Berman. Yes, animal mafia. What I would do that, do that, Mamma, go back to Ekwe Uda Dera Mona when I'm not going to be about them and cook before. That man would have better call it for no carabo, yes, no carabo. Une Sani job or in Amana job or in I don't know long in a day. Say over and then job nearby. No, but I don't whatever. I'm a Nakona, I'll be fat to Unana, what's Unana. I'm also my younger Sedaman in Jerusalem. So, Onem, and you come over in Amman. Rules or Rabuno. I'm over the Yaman. I never made it. I own them by them among men. I know when I move for yet a month, yet I move my Cuban. I'm over for you. Can't over be even.
Have asked me to thank you very much for coming. Deciding to come to Umon Town. This is Umon Town.
This is Umon Town.
This is the headquarters of
the whole Umon.
Anybody who tells you that he comes from that, this is Umon Town, where the founder of Umon started.
Yes.
They said they are very happy that you've taken the opportunity to come and see them. They now want to know what will happen after this. Yes. Now that you've come, you've seen Umon, and you've heard about Umon and so on. What do you think?
What do they expect from you?
What should they expect from you?
Now, I have asked Baba, Chief Aniyom, to write a letter to the Ekueritonko Festival people saying that Umon wants to participate, wants to be there. so that they will respond. I will also tell them personally, but what I hope is that we're going to work together. Ideally, we will bring the Cubans here to Umon.
Good. Yes. That's right.
That's what should happen.
The Cubans should appreciate Umon.
Since we know we have Umon in Cuba, we have to ask, how did Umon come to Cuba? Is there memory here of people being captured and taken away? Is there a memory of that?
I mean, a historian.
Is an historian
in the school.
In respect of Umon people getting to Cuba and eventually having to practice Ekueritonko. What happened is that the river you come by had been the only means of transportation around that 18th, 17th, 16th century. This roadside come to existence within the middle of 20th, 21st century. And within those times, the people that happened to fall victim for slavery and slave trade were those mainly within the riverine area. The hinterland still happened to be affected, but the immediate one used to be those within the riverine area. Umon happened to be one. And this is the traditional home of Umon Town. They were seriously affected during the period of slave trade.
The slave trade was here.
Those people from hinterland were used to be captured and sold here. And they were retained here, and then they became assimilated to our custom here. Eventually, they were taken alongside. They went to Cuba, and the custom were still in them.
Yes.
Custom and tradition is blocked, and they remain in you forever. And also the practice is there. That's how we happen to have Ekpe in Umon in Cuba.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Now, we are in 2005, about 150 years ago. We can't remember that. No, there's nobody here who could be living. And the first set of people who were educated in Umon were people like my father. They were educated in 1890 something and so 1800. Like those people who settled, Umon people who settled in Calabar at Mission Hill. They sold there at the turn of the century, almost at the turn of the century. And so we don't know. We don't, and there is no written history, not even history that is handed down. We can't say. But we do know that people, slaves were taken from here.
Exactly.
This was a slave market.
Yes.
This Umon Town.
Yes.
And I want to say, not add to what the last speaker spoke, that it wasn't not only the people who lived here, but the Arochukwu people and so on brought slaves to sell at the international market.
This was international market.
Then there was the international market. The
whole area they come.
So they bought these people, and some of them were Umon people, and they knew Ekueritonko. Naturally, when they got to the place, they practiced the Ekueritonko.
I want to express my feeling for Dr. Miller and Christopher, who have come because of what they have seen at Cuba, to let us know, so that we know our brothers and our fathers and brothers are at Cuba.
Yes.
That's what it means.
Yes.
Because
when it's no I'm not away from. I will come at a grand one. I get Cuba. We find a man.
That our brothers and forefathers are in Cuba, because without that, our Ekpe would not have gone to Cuba.
Yes. And we said that we now go on. We give it Cuba. I don't know now. I'm Cuban to give it now. Ekpa I'm not giving it.
So what I expect from Dr. Miller and his group and all what he's trying to do is that he let him make it possible for us to get in touch physically with our brothers and sisters from Cuba.
And often I'm get Dr. Miller there. And feel for Yanano, Zonada Marava Dama. Adam said, Uninia, Ego, Umano, Amani Dagani, Amabu, Baga Cuba, and if you so.
Secondly, too, from what he want to do concerning the international festival of Ekpe in Cross River State, I will expect that Umon is part and parcel of the arrangement, and so that those Cuban people from Umon will come and see us, and we see them, and they too, they will bring them to see their own land, which they left and went to Cuba.
With their fathers.
With their father left and went to Cuba.
Yes.
Our people will give you 2 sounds of Ekpe so that you know how it goes again in the moment. Yes, what's your name? Grace. Yes, sir. You are.
Please, let's go.
Wow. Traditional shrine.
This one is the shrine.
It's shrine of our family.
So this stone here.
Yeah, the whole of this, we've not arranged it properly, but these are traditional shrine. This Onun Ekpe is not that of Calabar. It's not that of Calabar. Bari! When we talk of Ekpe, the moment we have our our masquerade, leaving that place, you come first here.
The pay tribute.
And if you are not an initiate, you cannot go there with a shoe.
Yes.
You cannot go there with shoe. See, that's why they keep it since 2 days ago. We were trying to do our traditional thing. When I heard of this, I said, oh, you are very lucky that you come to meet us doing something traditionally. Hold on. Come. Don't take big move. Yeah. Round. Follow me. This is a shrine. This part of Umon Town, Umon Town.
Goodbye to Umon.
And
now south of Umon, this is the traditional structure.